Next, we have to examine what a business plan must accomplish. What is the benefit of writing a business plan? Here, I will quote Eugene Kleiner, one of the venture capitalists. Writing a business plan forces you into disciplined thinking. An idea may sound great, but when you put down all the details and numbers, it may fall apart. From this quotation, we can understand that writing a business plan will tell you whether the idea is practicable or not. If you write a business plan, it will help you to achieve greater clarity. Second benefit of having a business plan is that you can convince the investors, the lenders, objectively. And a business plan will evince or evoke interest in the investors and financiers. Another important point to keep in mind while writing a business plan is that it should not be too technical. It must be written in a language that is understandable by laymen. Finally, a business plan should be written in a consistent style. Here, I would like to tell you that the structure or the design of the business plan varies from or depends upon the kind of enterprise you are going to start. Next, we will look at the various advantages of a business plan to different stakeholders. In this regard, the first stakeholder is the entrepreneur or the entrepreneurs. A business plan helps an entrepreneur in several ways. Firstly, it clarifies the thoughts or ideas. It removes all ambiguity around an idea. Second one, it synthesizes a successful plan of action. Third, it helps not to miss out anything. When you put everything in writing, the chance of missing some important points is avoided. Next, it provides a roadmap for achieving the goal. Every entrepreneurial team, when they start a business, will be having certain goals. One goal may be to achieve a certain rate of return on your investment. Another objective may be to do some good to the society. Sometimes the objective may be or the goal may be to create employment in the society. So a business plan helps the entrepreneurs to develop a roadmap for achieving their goal. It helps in identifying gaps in resources. And entrepreneurship requires different kinds of resources: financial resources, human resources, material resources, like that. So it helps to identify the gaps in resources. It puts down a set of assumptions that can be revisited. You have to keep in mind that every business plan is based on certain assumptions with regard to the market condition, labor availability, raw material availability, technology, like that. So if there is a change in any of these factors, the business plan is to be revised. Another advantage of a business plan is that it helps to understand risk profile. Various risks are involved in doing a business, and a business plan clearly shows the risk profile: financial risk, market risk, technology risk, regulatory risk, and the like. And finally, a business plan helps an entrepreneur to communicate effectively and evoke interest in the investors. The next most important stakeholder of a business enterprise is venture capitalist. These days, high-risk business enterprises are financed by or funded by venture capitalists of different kinds. Angel investors are there, then impact investors are there, and like that, many kinds of venture capitalists are found. The venture capitalist examines business plans for enhancing value of their investment through appreciation, and mainly focuses on the following aspects. First one is whether the product is innovative or not. To what extent this product is innovative, new to the market. I told you the example of Nutri Pasta. It is an innovative product. It is rich in protein, and again it is gluten free, and it is based on a locally available agricultural commodity called cassava. Venture capitalists also look for the customer benefit. Take the case of Poppy umbrella. They introduced a nano umbrella in the market. What is the benefit of a nano umbrella? It is a convenient umbrella which can be folded, and it can be kept in the vanity bag of the ladies. So it was a grand success in the market. So what problem of the consumer will be solved by your product or service. Experience and competence of the management team is a main concern of venture capitalists. Do you have the expertise and experience to run a business? Next important aspect venture capitalists look for in a business is its growing potential, whether it has got scalability. Over the years, how much business can be generated. And if you have some innovativeness in your product, will you be able to protect that innovativeness is also looked into by the venture capitalists. Every product or service you introduce in the market will be targeting a customer, and how you will reach the targeted customer is also of importance to the venture capitalists. Another matter of concern to the venture capitalists is the extent of competition. Which are the competing products, and what are the market share of your competitors, and how much market share you will be able to capture. As we have already seen, while analyzing the interests of entrepreneurs, you have to clearly understand the risks involved in your business. Every business has got different risks, and you should be able to make an assessment about the risks and how you will mitigate the risks. And finally, the venture capitalists will be looking for how to exit from the business. The objective of a venture capitalist is to increase his investment value, and once that is achieved, they will exit from this enterprise and invest their money in some other enterprise. The next stakeholder of a business enterprise is the lender or the debt financier. And the debt providers or the banks or financial institutions are interested in getting their principal and interest back on time. Therefore, they always give importance to the experience and competence of the promoters, then the market size or market potential of the product, what strategies the business will be adopting to reach the target customer, which are the factors of production sources or factors of production, and the cost of the or the price of the factors of production will also be studied by the debt financiers. As in the case of venture capitalists, the next most important aspect to be looked into is the risk to which the business is exposed. Profitability of the business. Unless this business is able to generate adequate profit, not only net profit but cash profit, the business will not be able to pay the interest and repay the principal on time. And lastly, the debt financiers are interested in the collateral. That means the security the entrepreneurs will be providing for the loan extended to them. Now let us have a look at the limitations of a business plan. First of all, we must understand that it is only a plan. Just like a map representing the territory. Map is never the territory. It's only a blueprint. Second, business plan is based on a number of assumptions regarding the technology, the availability of finance, price of the raw materials and availability of raw material, and the price of the product, then products from the competitors. If any of these assumptions change during the course of time, then the prospects of the business will also change. We have to therefore have a B plan to meet the challenges. As I already told you, it is only a road map how to reach your goal within a specified period of time. Always keep in mind that a business plan has certain limitations. Now we will look into the major elements of or major contents of a business plan. The first thing a prospective entrepreneur or entrepreneurial team has to keep in mind is to prepare an executive summary. See, the investors or the financiers may not get enough time to go through all the details of your business plan. So they will be first looking at the executive summary. And if the executive summary is good, then they will have a detailed study of the business plan. A good executive summary gives me a sense of why this is an interesting venture. I look for a very clear statement of long-term mission, an overview of people, the technology, and the fit to the market. This is the opinion of a famous venture capitalist. So venture capitalist is looking for long-term mission of the business, quality of the people, then the technology, and fit to the market. And if these things fall in, then the venture capitalists or the financiers will be making their investment in this business enterprise. Therefore, we can conclude that a business executive summary must cover the following aspects. First is market opportunity and value to the customer. What is the market opportunity? And what is the benefit the customer will be deriving from your product? Take the case of Oyo rooms. When the concept was introduced, nobody was convinced about its potential, but it provided easy conveyance to the people without owning a vehicle. If you want to reach your office or your home, you can use the mobile app and call a Uber, or you can call an Ola. And again, if you want to stay in a hotel, you can use the mobile app and book your room. That is the advantage of the platform businesses that have come now. So, what is the market opportunity and what is the value to the customer? Again, the executive summary must explain the innovativeness and uniqueness of your offering. Thirdly, the executive summary must describe the management team's expertise in the particular field of industry, their experience, etc. The executive summary must give an idea about the total project cost and how the project will be funded, from which all sources you will be raising the funds. How much will be the equity, how much will be the debt, then if you are eligible for some grant or subsidy, what is the extent of that? Everything must be contained in the executive summary. Another important aspect to be covered in the executive summary is the stage of the project. How far you have progressed in the implementation of the project and how much more time it will take for the launch of the product. Then, what are the various risks involved and how the entrepreneurial team and the management team is going to address the risks, and finally, what are the growth prospects, how much market share you will be achieving, within what time they will be achieving the market share, etc. Now we move to the second important element of a business plan. The first one is the product or service. Here I will quote one of the entrepreneurs called Bruno Weiss. If you don't know what the customer benefit is, the whole thing is a waste of time. Which need of the customer is going to be satisfied by your product or service. Just now we have seen the service provided by Oyo, Homes and Uber and Ola. See, they are meeting a definite need of the customer, and only if it satisfactorily meets the need of the customer, the business will survive and thrive. The business plan should also outline how your product is different from the products of your competitors. I remember in 1974, Joseph Chittapalli introduced a stabilizer. At that time there were two other stabilizers available in the market. One was a product of Keltron and the other one was from Tata's. So the performance of both the stabilizers were not up to the mark. They were not able to withstand voltage fluctuations, and the electrical equipments got spoiled. The design was not attractive. Then if the stabilizer gets spoiled or damaged, the after sales service was also very poor. So this was the pain of the customer. So from the pain, Joseph thought of developing a stabilizer which is very good in design, very good in performance, and very good in after sales service. And now you know that V-Guard stabilizers are the largest selling stabilizers in the southern India market. And if you have some innovative aspects relating to your product, how far you are able to protect the innovation through IPR or some other methods. In the case of Nutri noodles, they developed a formula by which maida can be avoided from the noodles. That is the innovative part of that product. And the stage of development of the product. In the case of Nutri noodles, they took 7 months to get their formula by which you can avoid maida from the noodles and pasta. So how many months or how many years you will take for the development of your product or launch of your product. I remember the case of Calvin Kerr. They introduced sachet shampoos costing rupees 2, rupee 1, like that. It was an innovative idea. The shampoo available at that time from leading FMCG manufacturers were of large volume. So after use you have to store it properly, and after some time it may get spoiled. It will become useless. And again these sachets were affordable to poor people also. So it became a hit in the market. Quality specifications. If you are getting into manufacturing of food products, you have to comply with the standards, the quality standards and safety standards of Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. You have to take the registration, or you have to take license depending upon the volume of your production. So these are the some aspects related to the product or service you are going to offer to the market. Next important part of the business plan is about the details of the entrepreneurial team and the management team. The capacity of the entrepreneurial team to run a promising business. Who are the core entrepreneurs? Their professional experience and past successes, genesis of the project idea, then who are the different persons forming the management team, who will be the managing director, finance manager, marketing manager, research and development manager, then production manager, like that. Here I would like to tell you the case of Foster Hot Breads, which was started in 2005 at Kinfa Park, Kakanjeri, Malappuram district. It was started by a group of NRIs based in Abu Dhabi. See, they already had 4 successful businesses, including Foster Foods, which was started at Viridium in Thrissur, and its managing director was my friend Boban Coleno. So when a business plan is prepared, you have to give details regarding the competence of the entrepreneurial team and the management team. Next, you have to give the name of the company or the partnership, then mission, vision, and objectives of the establishment, where is it located, geographical information, everything. Location is very important. Whether it is accessible to the highway, whether it is accessible to railway, whether it is accessible to the airport, then whether it is located near to the raw material or to the market. In the case of Foster Hotbreads Private Limited, it was located at Kinfra Park, Kakancheri. The advantage was that all the infrastructure was readily available, like water, electricity, then fuel and other things were made available. And again, the market they want to cater was the Malabar region of Kerala. So it was located very close to the market, and it was not served by the competitors also.